Hello, this is your instructor, Mr. Aguilar. I'm going to show you how to draw the switch step flange as a full section on the right side view. The image you saw on the drawing, it was on the left. This is the wrong side for a section. This view is also showing you how it would look like if it was not sectioned. Let's begin. As you can see, I've already drawn the center lines and the circles for the front view. Do that first and then come back. Make the construction layer current. We're going to separate the views by 2 inches. So snap to this quadrant, point to the right, and type in 2. I'll repeat the line command. I'll draw a line up and extend that down beyond the diameter of the largest circle. This will become the base or the bottom of our this will become the bottom of our right side view. The spacing between all the steps is the same at 1/2 inch. So use offset, set it to 0.5, and offset this 3 times. Then, using the line command, snap to a quadrant of all of the circles and extend them out to the location of all the steps. You will notice I'm not typing in the line command anymore. I already typed in that line command once. So what I'm doing is I'm hitting enter to finish the line command and enter again to repeat the line command. There, that's correct. I'll use the trim command to turn this into a step. Everything in here will go away. In here as well. And all this will go away, but I'm going to keep this one. I'll erase these lines. And I'll turn this one into a center line by switching it to the center line layer and extending it out beyond the object 0.5, which is a common distance away center lines are from drawings. All of these lines will switch to the object layer. And now it's that time to talk about making a section view. When you make a section view, we're going to add a new line type called a cutting plane line. This one right here. Make that layer current. We're going to replace the center line with a cutting plane line, which has a double dash. That indicates that this part has been cut. Now we need to indicate which side we see over here. Is it the left or the right? This thing will rotate towards you, which means we're seeing the left side of this part, not the right side view. We need to draw arrows to show that. The easiest way to draw those arrows is with the leader command. It's not easy to draw this exactly to match the arrow. As you can see here, it's crooked and it's asking for text, which you could just hit the escape command to remove, but that's not an easy way to draw it perfectly horizontal. So this is my little trick. Pick leader, pick this side, pull out until you see the arrow appear, and then hit the escape key so there's no text. Now you can move this by snapping it from one side to the other. And we need one at the bottom, so just copy this from here down to the other side. This is a correct, complete cutting plane line. For sections, to draw this as sections where it's cut, we're going to use a command called hatch. The layer name is called section. So make the section layer current, click the hatch command. The ribbon will change. There's new features in here. One of them being associative means that it updates when the boundaries change. The pattern for cut metal is ANSI 31. There are, however, many of other hatch patterns for different reasons and different types of drafting. Keeping that one current, you will see our layer color and other settings that are possible. The hatch angle indicates the direction of the hatch. For us, 0 indicates a 45-degree angle, which is what we're using. You pick an internal point, you'll see an outline, and you'll see your hatch pattern. Here's the other side. This section here does not hatch. When you're done selecting your parts, click on Close Hatch Creation. And there's our section. Only 2 views are necessary to describe the part: full section, orthographic view. That was to describe to you what we're doing. We're not going to type that into our drawing, but we are going to type in something. Switch to the text layer. We need to label the name of our section. So we're going to label our cutting plane line, and we're going to label our section view. Single line text, click nearby here, type in the height of your text. I know the message is not saying that right now, but you got to type in the height of the text, which is 0.125. It's asking for rotation angle, but it's not saying that right now for some reason. But type in 0 and then hit enter. Now you'll see the cursor, type in the letter A, as capital letter A, and then place one over here as well. That's the name of our section, AA. Now let's label our view. Full section A-A. And click away and hit the escape key to finish the text command. So there's the name of our section view, and there's our section. Now we need to dimension the right side view. It is not necessary to dimension the height of this part, although it is common to have the height of the side view labeled. But the reason why we don't need it is because it's already right here. Now dimensioning. Go to your dimension style, which is also located here, by the way, that little button. You could also get it here from as before. And let's switch to decimal. So highlight, make sure your name is highlighted, go to modify. Primary units, here switch it to decimal. For precision, 5 zeros is just too many. For our example, let's go to 2 decimal precision points. And before we leave here, I want to talk to you about center lines. The default is mark. If you want to automatically put center lines in, you can do that this way. However, they will not be red center lines, and sometimes the pattern will not repeat, but you will get a nice center point. Drafters are not required to have that perfectly centered, but if your boss asks you to do so, use this option. I use the none command option. Highlight your name again, click on Set Current and Close, and you'll see your dimension will automatically change. Like I said, that crosshair is not perfectly centered, but is not required. Now, some of you might work for places where the dimensions have to be beneath the drawing. If that's the case, you would dimension this here instead. So whichever method your company uses, that's where your dimensions are located. Now that we need to center the drawing, draw a line from one diagonal to the other, one side to the other, and let's draw a temporary line from one side of our object to the other. Move, enter, snap to the midpoint of this line, which happens to be right there, as you can see, and move it to the midpoint of the diagonal line. And now our drawing is centered. Alright, save this file as lesson 9A.